Here we go with another video. I hope you're all well, and I'm glad to see you tuning in again. As you can see, no transfers as promised. You can look at the sales though. So Twanzebe's gone out, Donny van der Beek's gone out, Anthony Martial, Christian Eriksen, Victor Lindelof. We're starting to sell some people, we're starting to bring in a lot of money. It's what we need to do. We need to bring the debts down. We need to progress our young players, and basically that's what we're going to try and do. As you can see, Napoli signed a couple of those players. We're doing ridiculously well in real life. So I'm not sure they need Donny van der Beek and Martial, but I won't argue. A lot of older players gone out as well. Obviously Eriksen's getting too old now, so again, we've got to get these youth players through. If we go into the finances look great. 176 million balance. Wage budget's brilliant, obviously, because we're bringing that down under 3.4 million a week. I think we started at 5.4, so that's incredible. When we go and have a look at the projection actually looks healthy for once. I mean, a couple of seasons we'll have 490 million according to this, which is again pretty incredible. I mean, it's where Man United should be. Net debt 329 million, a third of when we started, so that's really good as well. We look into the facilities brilliant. We are going to be improving the training facilities, get them state of the art. That's what we need to do. Going to the club vision, board and fans are happy, which is great. That's what we need. We need the fans to be happy, or the board will probably get shot of us anyhow, but hopefully that won't happen. They're happy with developing youngsters, which is great. That is one of the things we need to do, and that we don't have things on there like signing high profile players, because obviously we can't do that. This is the squad for the season. It's a really good squad actually. I think it's really strong. There's a couple of areas, probably like centre back, it doesn't look great. Maybe you could argue another centre midfielder, centre forward and left back, but incredible potential as well coming through. So I think we'll be okay in those areas, apart from maybe centre back. If we go into the biggest signing that we've made on this, it weirdly is a coach in Zinedine Zidane. I don't know how he's come in as a coach when he's probably one of the best managers in the world, but we've got him as a coach, probably not for long. Let's enjoy it at the moment. And then we've got the tactics. So this is what I think we'll be starting with. Henderson in goal, and Shaw, Mengi, Varane, Malacia, Sancho, Fernandes, Casemiro, Rashford, Anthony, Diallo. Fernandes dropped in midfield. We might see him go up front, maybe bring in another midfielder like Scott McTominay or something. We might even drop in a midfielder against the bigger teams. There's things that we can do. When you look at some of our players like Mengi, he is progressing quite well. Great physicals. It's just a bit of his mentals, a bit of his marking and stuff like that needs improving drastically. But I'm sure he will get better with game time. We look at Ahmad. Ahmad looks brilliant. I mean, it doesn't show him with potential, shows him that that's as good as he'll get. I think he'll get better with game time. Like, incredible pace, skill. It's the type of player you need. He can open the game for you, especially when it's three up front as well. He's going to get a lot of chances, a lot of goals, I imagine. Then we've also got, if we go into the squad, we've got one I'm really excited about, Hansen Aaron. We talked about, maybe moving Fernandes further forward. He is an option who could come in for him, and he will be brilliant. We've got Hannibal as well, who again could drop in that midfield. I think you could see those two being our centre midfield pair in maybe even just a year. Both got that perfectionist mentality as well, which I think is really important to development. We've got Alanga, who I'd like him to be a lot better, but his pace and his flair, and he gets the ball and just dives past people. It's really good, actually. It's really nice to have a player like that probably coming off the bench and impacting the game that way. And obviously we've got Garnacho, who I think is going to be world class. He is definitely someone we need to develop. We need to get more game time too. He might end up being that guy up front with Rashford, Fernandes, maybe whoever it might be. But yeah, he will get a lot of game time. So then, if we go into the league, we go into the season preview, and we're predicted 5th again. None of our players in the Media Dream 11, but we probably expect that by now. Hopefully we'll outperform 5th. Hopefully we'll prove that Media Dream 11 wrong. I mean, we got 3rd again there. 3rd the season before, so yeah, we'll definitely do a lot better. I'd like to ask all of you to comment, like and subscribe, because any sort of feedback and support for this channel will be massive. So if you could do that, that would be brilliant. I do also have an Everton save coming out soon, which I'm very excited about, so I'll probably try and run both of them together. But yeah, look forward to that. Right, part 2 to the video. What I'm trying to do is extend some of these videos a little bit so you get more content to see. I will start showing you some of the matches as well, but this is the preview of season 3. Erling Haaland was great again, obviously 30 goals. It's just ridiculous how good he is on this game. Like, I know he's that good in real life, but it just makes it so tough for anyone. I mean, look at that, 56 goals in 53 starts is just amazing. We finished 2nd, only 1 point off the title. Fernandes was brilliant. Probably our best player, scoring lots of goals, creating 26 assists this season, which is brilliant. And he only takes corners from one side, actually. Shaw takes the other ones. So yeah, he's been really, really good for us. As you can see, his stats are great. He's only got 2 years left in his contract, so I think we'll give him a new contract because he's the sort of player who won't get badly quickly. You know, I think he'll go well into his 30s on this game. Dean Henderson's been brilliant. Clean sheet, 26 clean sheets this season. He's definitely surpassed De Gea. You know, we're not missing De Gea at all. Fantastic player. Now, I'm not sure how Odsonne Edouard with 18 goals was 2nd top scorer, but well, never mind. I think that probably shows Fernandes, Rashford, people like that need to be getting more goals. We're topping the XG table, so we should be winning the league. So it's slightly disappointing, but shows we're playing really well, and we just need to take our chances, and hopefully that league title will come eventually. So if we go into competitions, you can see Friendly Cup standard. Doesn't need to be on there. Got knocked out in the 5th round by Spurs in the FA Cup, unfortunately, so that is disappointing. Garnacho playing well though, 4 goals. Out the Champions League quarter-finals to Bayern Munich. It's not great. Not great, but still, you know, it's not the worst performance, I suppose, to be going out by Munich. Final still to be played, City v Paris Saint-Germain. Sure. Kind of hope PSG will win, but I don't think they will. Haaland's too good. But we did win the Carabao Cup. So, more silverware. Fantastic. Fernandes, brilliant. Scored 5 goals. Beat West Ham 2-1, who we lost in the FA Cup final to last season. So it's nice to get a bit of revenge, although it's probably not as good a trophy. But I thought we played really well, deserved that, and we won the UEFA Super Cup against Barcelona, which we played very well in. I know it's early in the season that happens, so maybe we were just up to speed on them, but we played really well. Rashford with a 10 rating, just phenomenal when he only scored 2 goals. I don't even think he assisted any, so he must play really well. So if you look at the team's pretty strong still, I think. People have developed well. Garnacho's playing well. You can see we've got Hansen, Aaron, Hannibal have come into the team. Okay, Shaw's injured a little bit, but pretty much everyone else is there. Average rating, yeah. Rashford, Fernandes, brilliant. The youngster, Hansen, Aaron has been just a revelation. Goals, Fernandes and Rashford. They need to get more, but scoring a lot. Varane, still great at 32. I'm going to have to give him a new contract as well. I think he can go on to 34, 35. We don't really have defenders coming through that can replace him, so that is going to be a problem. That is probably our biggest problem, I think, because every other areas the team just look set. They look great, but defensively, centre-backs, yeah, we might have to rethink 3 at the back. Maybe we can't develop any. I just want to show you Hansen Aaron. He's just incredible. He's a wonder kid now. He's developing brilliantly. He's got that perfectionist personality. He's going to be a world-class player. He's already brilliant on the ball. He just needs to develop some strength. A few more of his mental attributes, and he is going to be one of the best midfielders, not just in our team, I think in the league. Diallo's coming on well now. He hasn't improved as much, so it probably shows maybe he has reached the ceiling, but he's still a top-class player. He's still going to be great for us. Really good player to have around, mainly from the bench possibly, but playing really well. And Garnacho, he's coming good now. Wonder kid now. Brilliant physicals, brilliant acceleration. He's actually composed, good at shooting. He is going to be a great player. Him up front with Fernandes, with Rashford, I think that is going to be fantastic, actually. And also, I'd like to have a look. I think, is it going to be Hannibal? Yes, yeah, Hannibal. That perfectionist mentality just means that he's going to develop, he's going to hit his potential, and he's already looking great. Him in the midfield now with Hansen Aaron, so I don't think we're missing Casemiro, McTominay, Van der Beek, Eriksen. We've got Gerardo, who's okay, but I don't think he's going to make it. We've got Tony Evans coming through, I think looks really good. Needs some game time, but he could develop into a first team player. I think we'll start bringing him into the squad soon, or get him a good loan somewhere. We do have players out on loan, which we will come to. We've got Abu Ado in the youth team, who looks really good, but he is a couple of years away from first team football, I think, and he needs to develop his shooting, really, definitely. There was another one here who looks really good, who I think we could start bringing through soon, which is Gerard Christie, centre mid, can play wing back, which is good for us in our formation. Left footed, looks good on the ball. He, I think, could be a really good player for us. I don't think his ratings and potential actually coincide too much with his stats. I think he's better than what my staff are saying, actually. If we go into finances, we're minus 3 million. It always goes down through the season, not good. Wage is still brilliant, obviously. I think we've only upped it by 100 grand, probably giving a few people some new contracts, bringing some loanees back. But the balance is horrible. But that will go up when we get into the summer. It always seems to get money in. That projection will look a lot better in a couple of months' time. I'm sure of it. If we look at debts, we're 370 mil, but again, I'm sure in a couple of years' time, that'll come down. A couple of years, I bet we'll be sitting with no debt, which is quite incredible when we started with nearly £1 billion worth of debt. Club info, I thought I'd better show you this. Favourite personnel is me, obviously, surely. Bringing trophies, not a league yet, but we're up there, so that's good. We're still state-of-the-art youth facilities, which is massively important because we need better youth players coming through, actually. It's been a little bit disappointing, a little worrying, actually, considering we're not signing people, that we haven't got better youth players coming through. We need that, especially defenders. Give me one or two top centre-backs coming through. That would be incredible. Stadium's still at 75,000. We are trying to expand it, but I'm a bit worried that sometimes these things get blocked, especially when you've got a big stadium. So we'll see. Past most of our visions that we needed to do, but yeah, disappointing in the FA Cup. Thankfully, the board don't need any signings, so that's great. They just want to develop some youngsters, play high tempo. That's exactly what we want to do. So that's perfect for us. Apart from the Liverpool City thing, which we're only satisfied with, everything else for the past, that's going to be tough though, isn't it, against Liverpool City? But we will try our best. I think we will get there and get above them eventually. We have turned Anthony into a left wing back. Very slightly controversial because he can't tackle. His marking's not pretty good. Probably reflected in his rating. But we needed a bit more cover there. I didn't really have a left wing back coming through. I know we'd looked at that Christie, but probably more midfielder. So, yeah, it's nice to have that flexibility with the players where we can move them around to find their best position. This is how we ended the season. Rashford, Garnacho, Bruno, Hannibal, Hansen Aaron, Anthony, Sancho, Shaw, Varane, McTominay, Henderson. Really solid team. The only one maybe not too happy with would be McTominay. He's not really a centre-back, but his stats show he could be a great centre-back, I think. So, that it'll have to be that way because we've got no other centre-backs coming through. But really strong team, especially those front three. I think they are very, very good. And they're going to score a lot of goals. Going to the schedule, as you can see, ended the season really well. I thought I'd like to show you a bit of this, 1-0 against City. It's always nice to get a win against City. Admittedly, it was a Laporte own goal, but they had a strong team out. They recently bought Trincao, actually. I think he's a very good player on this game. I'd recommend anyone signing him if they can. But you see, we had Malacia there, left wing backs, probably better defender than Anthony, but Anthony was suspended, so that's probably why. We had more shots, we had more XG, we were the better team, we deserved to win. But the fact that it was only an own goal was a bit disappointing. So, but still, to win against City, always great. Then we ended the season really strong. Rashford playing very well against West Ham. Yes, they got a man sent off, but we were the better team by far. Bruno getting 2 goals there against Leicester. We're always tough away on this game. 6-1, I want to show you that against Porto, which I think is incredible. 4 goals, is that from Rashford? Just amazing. He can be unplayable at times. He's a little not as consistent as I'd like, but he's one of our best players, definitely. Real Madrid are after him. We need to get him a new contract or get him something so he's staying. We can't afford to lose him. He's got to be here for the next 5-6 seasons at least. If we go that far in the save. Obviously, if you want to see that far in the save, please let me know. So, let's have a look at the loans. We've got a few out on loan. None that I think will make massive difference to the squad, although Zidane Iqbal looks decent. I think we might bring him back, try and give him a bit of game time as a squad player. Gareth Stevens, I think he looks incredible actually, but only 17. Probably give him another year or two before we start bringing him in. Let's develop him a bit more, because I think there's a few players who haven't developed as much as I like. But that's going to be about it for now. Thank you for tuning in. As always, like and subscribe and comment, please. I'd appreciate anything, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.